Welcome back, tribe. Let's get into it.
Okay, the Dodgers start playing at 1 o'clock, so this is part 2 of me trying to meet my future husband authentically without dating apps. We dressed cute, I waxed my mustache. We're gonna go sit at a sports bar, have a little drinky drink, eat some fried pickles, and we're gonna see what happens. Let's go. First message, don't get bangs. Second message, that was a big old bust. There was like 10 people in that bar and every man was with a girl. Lucky for me, I stumbled upon a flea market. That is way more my type, so we're gonna check it out. That was also a bust, but I pet a dog, so that was neat. I spy a record store ahead of me, so we're gonna hit that up. Won't find any men there.
Nope.
I was the only one in the store. My parking's expired and I gotta pee, so we'll try again next weekend.
You have to pay for your liquor?
Yeah, I'm not her. I'm just him.
That makes sense. Do you buy females drinks?
Hell no.
Why?
Why would I buy a lady's drink?
If you want to talk to a shawty you in the club, you be like, hey, let me buy you a drink.
I'm talking to you right now. I haven't bought you. Huh?
This is a different story.
I was like, hey, shorty, come over here. Let me get you in a video. Boom. I get a microphone out here. I don't gotta buy.
So you're pretending to be a YouTuber?
Pretending? Never.
When you go to a bar, who's supposed to buy women drinks? Men are. Do you see that as often?
Women are furious that men don't buy them drinks anymore. Many women are pissed just because of their entitlement mindset, while some have realized that this is simply the end of free drinks and they have to start paying for their own drink.
There'll always be simps, but understand the bar scene, the club scene, just the going out scene in general, post-pandemic has changed completely. And we've accelerated in the wrong direction. It used to be cool to go to the bar and talk to girls and pick girls up and just have a good time. There was no adversarial energy in the air. It wasn't man-hating society-wide at the time. There's no patriarchy this, there's no predator that, nothing. It was cool to go to a bar. You would see some single girls having fun. The energy was nice. People were just trying to have a good time. That's it, man. Now it's all, don't talk to me. Dusty. Who do you think you are? You think you deserve me? I'm the table. If you don't have a damn keychain with the Ferrari logo hanging out of your pocket, it's like a no-go. It's so wild how delusional we've become in the West, specifically because the mainstream narrative that's being distilled down to women has completely screwed up with their ability to judge men properly. They live in fantasy land. You used to be okay as a normal guy going up to and approaching women, and you would either get turned down normally, like, me, I'm just not interested here with my girlfriends, or it would actually work. She would give you the time of day. Maybe he's a nice guy. Maybe he's just funny. His opening line was good. Maybe this and that, whatever. You could work your way into convincing a woman that you're worthy of her. Nowadays, absolutely not, bro. Nowadays, it's like an all-time man-hating high. They shame you for existing. You're disgusting just to be breathing their air. And I hate to say it, but it really is that way until you go overseas and see what normal women are like again. You don't understand how toxic it's become in the West. They've gotten so comfortable, man, that, look, I have to bring up Oyster Girl, Cheesecake Factory Girl, all the other chicks we've ever seen compilations of. The audacity to shame somebody that took time out of their day to spend money and get to know you. And you put your nose up in the air and you think you're too good to spend an hour or two sitting down at a restaurant, having a meal together, getting to know each other. You're more concerned with the optics of the meal in the restaurant because your primary objective is to post shit on Instagram. It's not to even get to know anybody. This is where men are feeling frustrated. What's the point in taking out and spending money on you if the only thing you're really after is the picture on Instagram you want of the food, so you can front on all your girlfriends of who took you out and where? And I don't even follow chicks on Instagram anymore. I took all that shit. I'm not following a single woman on Instagram, nor will I ever until I choose one to settle down with. I don't need to see all your stupid fucking videos where you don't tag your sponsor for your meal. You don't tag your sponsor for the hotel room. You don't tag your sponsor in wherever the hell you're vacationing. Because I know a man is paying for it. And I know what that man's getting out of it. You're not going on vacations for free. And you're not going to all these places eating out for free every single day of the week unless you're a professional streetwalker that's taking advantage of men, which I have no interest in anyways. And I recommend men all over the world do the same thing. Stop following them, stop looking at their stories, stop paying attention to them. If they're obsessed with Instagram or social media in general, it's a red flag, period. And these are mostly the women we're taking out as men, unfortunately, in the West today, because these are the women that also happen to be on dating apps, which is the primary method people use to meet each other today. So you're already digging through a trash heap, man. You're trying to find the 1 in a million that happened to fire up a Tinder after a long breakup, seeing what's out there, doesn't know much about the dating game, and like, boom, you managed to snatch up the one decent one out of the millions that are just there for free meals, pictures, experiences, but that's all they're after. They don't care about you. It's just optics. It's all a game, man. It's all trying to one up each other in that social hierarchy that women have. You know, they get together, they have drinks, whatever, and they go, look at the guys I'm talking to right now. Look at the girl. I was just at this 5-star restaurant and ooh, I had this meal, and you should go here with your next guy that you're meeting on Friday, and the next one on Saturday, and the next one on Sunday. And it's like, they really do eat for free. A woman's grocery bills is zero if she really wants it that way. Unfortunately, men are not getting shit in return anymore. You don't get a decent woman. You don't get a woman that is good for a long-term relationship anymore. I hate to say this, man, but it's true. They're out there career chasing, getting after it. The bag is their only objective. And why would you want to serenade a woman if she's only caring about the bag? And you're the guy looking for marriage material, but all you got is the bag to choose from? No thanks, bro. Please give me a passport. I'm out of here. I'll go somewhere else where I'm appreciated. And that's all you have to do as a man. You just have to weather the storm in the country you're in, because the current dating market is falling off a cliff, rapidly accelerating into jagged rocks. I'm telling you, it's end. It's the end. It is the end for dating in the West. We are normalizing polyamory. We're normalizing cheating. We're normalizing destructive, toxic relationships. We're normalizing women sharing the top few percentile of men. And we've normalized women asking for and only expecting the cream of the crop men. And it's causing all these societal breakdowns that we're seeing today because it's not sustainable. It's not even the right path to go forward. Yet we keep pushing it. You're strong. You're independent. You go, queen. You just got pumped and dumped by 5 dudes? Yeah, that'll stick it. Show the men that you could do it better. Bro, it's the blind leading the blind out here.
When you understand that women go to bars knowing fully well that their evening is going to be fully taken care of by men, and they look out, especially for single men. There goes...
The bar scene is irrelevant today for another reason, because dating apps made it so that you basically meet people before actually meeting them in person. So you already set up your date. By the time you show up to the bar, everybody's already paired up with somebody. Or if you see someone sitting there by themselves, most of the time they're waiting for somebody to arrive. It's completely changed the dynamic. People don't go out by themselves anymore or with a group single. Very rarely, man. Everybody has something lined up today because dating apps, because of social media. Instagram's the largest dating app of them all. You just slide in someone's DM and go, hey, let's go here. Are you free Saturday? Blah. Yes, done. And then you go, you have something lined up. And I'm just talking about for the people that can actually match somebody, because we know the rules of the game are down 95-5. So there's like a whole slew of men that aren't even getting matches. And you're telling those men that are already not successful purely based on attraction to go out and convince women in a toxic environment to hit on them when you know what happens. It's harassment if you're ugly. It's attractive if you're hot. And that it is. It really is that way. The more attractive you are as a man, the more dumb you could be, the shittier your pickup lines could be, the more arrogant you could be, the more everything you can be. And this goes both ways, man. I'm not trying to just knock women, because as men, we put up with a bunch of crap from toxic females if their breasts are huge, if her ass is fat, if her waist is tiny, if this and that in the bedroom, she does an exceptional job. A guy will put up with hellfire and back for that kind of woman because he's sprung on a superficial characteristic of her, and women do the same. We're only human, Harry. We're apes. So the more of these superficial characteristics that you could appease in a person, aka attraction, the more you get away with. That's just the game, dude. There's nothing to be really mad at. Once you understand that, then you can start maximizing for said things. Sure, you may be an average dude. You might not have much going for you, but you can work to fatten up your wallet. You can work to get a 6-pack. You can work to be more charismatic, more intelligent, funnier, etc. You can work on personality. Yeah, you can't chisel your jaw. You can't rearrange your cheekbones. That's okay. But you got other things that you could work for. At the end of the day, if you maximize on the other qualities to a high extent, you can surpass your genetic deficiencies. as a man. For women, it's a lot harder. Let's be real here. If you're an ugly woman, you got it rough. Society bases your value mostly on your looks, and you see that on just the way society markets to women. We market their beauty. We market their youth, all the creams, the potions, the makeup, the whatever. Every single thing marketed towards women is how to retain her youthfulness and her beauty. Women market to other women this. It's not just men. It's not the patriarchy. So that's how society views women at large. And unfortunately, that's compounded by the coddling effect of we're all perfect 10s. It's like perfect 10s. We're all in competition with one another universally because we're all after the same men. But by the way, we're also all perfect 10s. Well, okay, if we're all 10s, what differentiates me from the next woman? They never thought of this. Why would this man keep me around instead of the next woman? I'm a perfect 10. Okay, well, she's a strong boss babe, perfect 10 too. Okay, we're both perfect 10s. Okay, well, why would Chad keep me? If I give Chad any problems, he'll just go jump on the next perfect 10, no? Like, do you ever think, like, logically, how does this make any sense? Body positivity, man, is a weird one in the West.
This is why I'm against buying girls drinks at the bar. Fellas, let's talk. You see, a lot of dudes think buying a girl a drink is a noble act. In a man's head, he offered to buy something for a complete stranger. He thinks that woman would show him gratitude, thanks, and stick around and have a conversation. But fellas, one thing you gotta understand about women.
By the way, it used to be that you bought a girl a drink, she only accepted if she was interested in you. Now it's become a mass scam where women are just saying yes to drinks, period, because it's free. They have no more class. It's completely out the window. It's what can I get out of you? F you, I'm gonna get what I can, extract maximum value. You offered me a drink, whether I'm interested or not, I'm gonna say yes because it's free. And then I'm gonna shoo you off once I'm done. Or just take the drink and go bye, turn around and go to my girlfriend's. We used to legitimately shame women that did that and called them, quote, bitches or bitchy attitude. Disgusting personalities like that were shamed once upon a time. Now they're actively encouraged. That's seen as a strong woman move. That's the crazy world we live in upside down land today. Remember, man, back in your pappy's day, if a woman accepted a drink from a man, it meant she was interested and gave him the green light to go ahead and talk to her. That's not the case today.
They don't see you buying them a drink as a noble act. They come to the club expecting it. Why else would they put on uncomfortable shoes, hours worth of makeup, fake hair, and fake lashes? They came there to get free drinks.
Yeah, railed.
So when you buy her one, she's not seeing it as some type of noble act because she was expecting you to buy her one. Pro tip, never talk to a girl while she's in line to get a drink. Because when you get to the front, she may look at you like, oh yeah, like what are we drinking? Bitch. If anything, wait till she buys her a drink, walks away, then talk to her. Let's go, Kings.
Let's read some of the best comments on this. My buddy went to a bar with his cousin who is a woman. He didn't have to pay for a single drink that night because she would just go get guys to buy her 2 drinks. Then she'd just leave and bring him one. So yeah, don't ever buy them a drink if they approach you. Or if you really want to throw them for a loop, tell them to buy you one if they approach. Yup, my aunt went to a bar with no money, hoping someone would buy her a drink. I didn't ask details, but I know if she wasn't approached, then she probably approached and hit on someone. I'm good, thanks. Women who do this don't like you. They just want a free drink. The second reason why single men do not pick up girls at the bar is because the quality of women coming to the bar is terrible. Single men were quick to realize that the women at bars are only for one-night stands or just hookups. And so, serious young men stopped going to bars for women, and anytime they are in the bar, they do not entertain women who they know their intention. There are no high-value women in the bar.
Feel disrespected. When you go out, are you buying your own drinks?
Never. No. Absolutely not. Don't buy your own drink, lady.
I don't buy shit.
Sometimes 50-50, sometimes.
No.
No. Never.
Oh.
Yeah, 90% of the time, no. Yes. Even if a guy offers me, yes, I buy my own drink.
I respect that.
No, the men will buy them for you.
Stop it.
No. Absolutely not. No. Yes, I do.
It's crazy looking at this now that I've been in Eastern Europe for nearly 6 months now, and the amount of tall, beautiful, feminine, attractive, good energy, smiling, welcoming women that you see here walking around in Eastern Europe, going to a cafe, going to a restaurant, is incredible. The quality is incredible. Then you watch videos like this and it's only hitting me now. Like right now, I'm thinking about it like, holy crap, man. The demands are so high and the quality is so low that delusion isn't even an accurate word to describe what the hell is going on in the West today. It could only be described as like neurotic. Seriously, there's an epidemic of neurosis happening in the West here. That's how detached they've become from reality. How else could you describe? Because delusion isn't even a strong enough descriptor for what's happening. Everybody's deluded to a certain extent. You need a bit of delusion to navigate your way through the world. You have to feel like you're capable even when you're not. You have to feel like you're worthy even when you're not. So it gets you to take the first steps to eventually becoming worthy, right? Because everybody has a bit of doubt in their mind about their capabilities or their worth. So that's fine. You balance it out with a little bit of delusion. But what's happening here? Let's just say you're not a supermodel. You don't get paid for your looks. You don't make money off your beauty. No one's knocking on the door to take photos of you. You don't even stand out amongst your classmates. You may go to the doctor and he may label you overweight. You may need to shave off a few pounds. Your bone structure may not be ideal to society's beauty standards. That's how I'll say it. Yet those are the people that are neurotic enough to think that their demands are grounded in reality. That if you don't accept those demands, you're the problem. You, the man, have an issue. You're not a real man. It's misogyny. You're trying to hold women down. You're controlling. You're insecure. You're whatever, right? The deflection happens when a man states his boundaries and preferences. The double standards come out. Honestly, we've coddled women so much in the West that they've lost their ability to perceive reality properly. I think it is neurotic. I think we're suffering from a mass neurosis in the West today. I don't know how else to describe what I'm seeing, because the moment you land in another country and you speak to people of the opposite sex and they just seem down to earth, they just seem normal, you can have a conversation. Nobody's looking to get anything out of you. People are very welcoming. They're very well-adjusted adults, and it makes you feel like the crazy one. It actually ruins you a bit when you go overseas and you go in with the expectation of this adversarial attitude of, it's a woman. She's trying to get something out of me. She's trying to play me in some way. She sees me as a predator. She sees me as a threat. And then you go and you meet women and they don't see any of that in you. They're not trying to get anything out of you. This person legitimately wants to hear about you and your day and wants to build something with you. And that's the default ingrained in them. That's what it used to be like before this like woke storm of ideas completely took over the West. The reason I keep pushing you guys to get a passport and at least travel, man, at least a vacation, a week or two, is simply so you can see it with your own eyes. Forget all the YouTube videos, all the TikTok shorts, all the guys showing you what it's like and them having fun in bars and all. Just to travel yourself and just having a conversation with people from another culture is enough to shock you, eyes wide open. There's only so many times that people can tell you just travel, just go overseas, just see, and you're stuck in that bitterness of like, all women are the same. It doesn't matter where you go. They're all gonna hate me. They all think I'm a predator. They all look down on me. They all blah, 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 right? This is you internalizing the message society's pushed on you as a man. It's not that way everywhere. There are far more normal people outside the West than you could ever imagine. Yes, if you go to the same type of watering holes, capital cities, nightclubs, and bars where there's trashy people that gather from said country, and it's the same in every country in that sense, then sure, yeah, you'll get more of the same. But it's not widespread to the degree it is in the West. You can stop someone down the street and tell them hello and have a conversation and it not seem like you're bothering them. You could sit down and have a meal and someone literally looks up at you, smiles, and you can go and say hi. And then they'll actually start up a conversation with you. People don't look up and they have the stank face. People aren't angry walking around everywhere. People are very warm and welcoming. You can go in a store and have a conversation about a product. You can ask somebody a question. Hey, curious, I've never bought this before. I was wondering, which one of these would you recommend? And you can strike up a conversation with a woman, a stranger, whoever, and it be actually pleasant. Dude, that's going to change your entire perception on people. But when you're stuck in this kind of environment and it's constantly being pushed on you, this idea, and you're constantly having it reinforced by the behaviors of other people, your vision is going to get tainted, man. This is the danger of living too long in the West and some men checking out. because they're exhausted of dealing with stuff like this. I understand you guys are exhausted. I understand it's exhausting. I understand going on dates and getting nothing out of them and getting used and being saved as a foodie call or getting flaked on 10 million times. I understand that shit is frustrating, dude. I get it. Trust me, been there. But if you just keep your head down, you work your ass off, and you take care of your business, and you just go travel with a little spare change in your wallet, and you just get to see how women around the world will treat you in comparison to the West. Guys in the comments, please let them know. Just say, hey, Western guy here, traveled from this country to this country. Here's my experience. Just read them for yourself. Let's continue with the rest of this.
No. Yes, I do. Usually a guy buys them for me. I mean, tonight, yes. There's no men here.
You're barely a girl, shut up.
Yes. Always. Yeah. Barely. Yes, I always buy my own drink. We bought our own drinks.
You gotta have your own money. But if someone offers you a drink, I'm not gonna say no.
How are you getting these drinks?
People buy them for me.
Who's people?
Guys, mainly.
How are you getting your drinks?
Men.
Y'all are paying for her drinks?
Yeah, they are. You find an old man. Sugar daddy. A sugar daddy. Someone buys them for me. You have to.
Let's read a few of the comments. I got to bars to get free drinks and find a hookup. If a guy says this stuff, I know he's been corrupted by the internet into having some weird complex about it. I know women that don't bring cash or credit cards to bars for this reason.
Let's see some of the comments. Just the other day, I went to a bar and ordered a drink. A random woman stood next to me and said, hey, cutie, want to buy me a drink? To which I replied, no, thanks, I'm good. The random woman looked stunned. Why not? She said, as if I owed her an explanation. Gentlemen, never feel that you have to spend your money to get a woman's affection. Spend your charm. If your charm isn't enough to impress a woman, then your money never will be. And that's a true one too. I've actually had that happen to me where a woman says, you're going to buy me a drink, or what are we drinking tonight? Just try to slide up in there and get a freebie off of me. Like, no, I'm good. Never ever buy a woman a drink until you've had a conversation, until she shows interest, you guys danced before, and her drink's running low. And then you want to take a break from dancing and you go, okay, let's go get another round. And that's how I've always done it. And that's how my friends always done it too. You get burned a few times and then you learn. Like, I've bought a girl a drink right off the rip and got burned for it. Conversation went nowhere. She wasn't interested, walked away. I just bought a drink for nothing. There's no point in leading with drinks until after you've gotten to know this person a little bit and see if there's actual genuine interest there. The drink she's most likely drinking is probably bought by another man anyways. Wait, just a decade ago, we were told trying to pick up hit on women at bars was considered harassment. Some women were going as far as taking snap pics of the men that would try talking to them and dox them on social media. And by Monday, those men had lost their jobs, most of their friends, and even evicted from where they lived. I'm sure that's happened. That's an extreme case, but gotta be careful in the world today. We were told women wanting to be, quote, left alone and just hang out with friends at bars, clubs, and not to be bothered by men always coming up around them. Okay, so now their wishes come true and they're still complaining. WTF. Years ago, I went on a first date with a woman with 5 of her friends to a comedy club. Bro, that was already a no-go. We all had a good time and it seemed like she was interested. Then the show ended and the server brought the bill. She passed it to me. She literally expected me to pay for her and all her friends' food and drinks. Yeah, because you were a simp. I was completely stunned, paid my portion and left. Good job. But automatically, you need to know, first date with a woman and 5 of her friends is not a first date. You were pegged as a simp from the get-go, and she was looking to have you be a nice guy and pay for everybody's drinks just to try and impress her. And she had no inkling of giving you any kitty at the end of the night or ever. So it's a good thing. Hopefully, you did actually walk away and never talk to her again. Since a female friend of mine admitted that she goes on Tinder to find simps to take her on expensive dinner dates when she's bored, I've completely changed my dating approach. That's real. Finding a wife in a bar is like getting financial advice at the homeless shelter. There you go. Asking a guy to buy her drinks is financial harassment. I like that one. Oh no, here's a pick-me. Here's one that's internalized misogyny. Watch out. And she's a mom. As a woman, I say good for you guys. Women of this generation don't deserve a real man. Find a few good ones and live a happy life. Amen, lucky mom. Amen. Now the whole horde is going to come after you. So watch out, because it's not about empowering women. It's about making them fall in line. That's what it is. The gynocracy isn't about female empowerment. It's about falling in line with the message. You don't have a choice. You never did.